Hello and welcome to today's video. Today's video is 31 Days of Halloween, Day 4, Glow-in-the-Dark Skull. To make my glow-in-the-dark skull, I'm going to take some foil and get the basic shape of my skull built up, and then I'm going to take some Sculpey 3 glow-in-the-dark clay, condition it a little bit. I don't have to do it too much because it's pretty soft clay, but I still want to do it a little bit, and shape it over my foil ball. And then just want to smooth it out a little bit so it's got a nice even consistency. I'm going to take my ball tool and shape out the eye sockets. Now what I'm going for with this guy is kind of a cartoony, claymation style skull. So I'm not worried about anything too realistic. So I'm going to build up his cheekbones with some more clay, and then I'm going to take the ball tool and smooth those in so they're nice and attached and look like it was all kind of one piece. The next thing I'm going to do is build up his nose. So I want to take a triangular piece of clay and smooth that in. I am using one of my rubber silicone tools to get that in because I want more of an edge there. Then I'm taking a ball tool to do the indentions in it. In a little bit I'll fill those with some black clay, but I'm going to finish up the rest of the skull first. So I'm just going to sculpt his upper part of his jaw. I'm not going to do a lower jaw on him. So I'm going to add a little bit of glow-in-the-dark clay to build up an area that I can add some teeth to. So once I have it the right size, I'm just using the ball tool to smooth it in with the rest of the glow-in-the-dark clay already on the skull. And then I'm going to take my ball tool and do a little bit of indentions there so I can put those teeth in there and that looks more natural. Even though he's not going to be realistic, I still want to follow the main rules of, different areas of the skull, if that makes sense. So now I'm going to roll out, I'm going to make 4 teeth for him. So I'm just going to do some generic teeth shapes and just push them in. What's good about the glow-in-the-dark clay, it is kind of sticky, so it does a real good job of sticking to itself when you just put a little bit of pressure on there. The bad thing is, because it's so soft, you can distort your sculpt a lot if you put too much pressure. So then I just wanted to add a little bit of details with the ball tool and the needle tool. Now I'm going to go ahead and use my black clay, and I'm going to fill in the eyes and the nose. So I'm just taking some little pieces, getting them a little bit smaller than that opening, and then I'm going to take my ball tool and spread out that black clay in there. So that way I have as much of it covered as I want. So when you're looking into it, all you see mainly is the black, at least against the very back of that opening. So I'm going to do the same thing to the nose. I'm just cutting this kind of upside down V triangular shape and push that in. And then I'm going to go through and just smooth everything out, add a little bit of a texture to it, and take the needle tool and add some more details like this crack here in the top of the skull. And I just want to go through so it's not too perfect and everything looks like it goes together. So when you're doing a sculpture and you're adding a lot of little pieces and stuff, it's very helpful to go in and even things out. If you're going to add a texture to something, you want the texture to carry over for the entire piece, so it looks like everything goes together. And it just works out, really well when you take that, a few extra minutes to do that. So I'm pretty happy with this guy. I'm just going to adjust his eyes. I do want him to have this kind of evil look. It's kind of going for something like off of Army of Darkness, how those, skeletons kind of have this evil eyes. I didn't use any reference material, so it's not going to be exactly like that. And it's just kind of the general look I wanted to go for him. So it's just kind of this evil skull that was just be sitting there. But for the most part, I was pretty happy how this guy looks. So I'm just going to do a few little touch-up details, add some more little cracks and marks on him, just because I thought he needed just a little bit more to him.
Now it's time to bake our clay. Remember, always bake your clay according to package instructions.
And here is the finished glow-in-the-dark skull made out of Sculpey 3 glow-in-the-dark clay and Primo black clay. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I had a lot of fun making this little skull. It's a nice little piece to, add as an extra decoration on a shelf or a desk for Halloween or for whenever. It's also be something I think would be cool in some kind of pirate display. So there's a lot of versatility with stuff like this. So anyway, well, thank you so much for watching. And remember, never stop creating. Bye! If you'd like a piece of your Halloween artwork featured in my final 31 Days of Halloween video, please hashtag Andrew's 31 Days of Halloween 2019 on Instagram or email it to me at andrewschmidtclaycreations@gmail.com. I will put this information down in the description box below so you don't have to copy it off of the screen. Deadline for submissions is October 26th and one submission per artist.